Hi guys, this is Pradeep. So today I'm going to add some more interview questions in my interview series. These questions are related to business analyst. Business analyst sometimes you will get some interview jobs, so which is like less development will be there, and like companies, IT companies, they along with the consultant for development, they used to also hire business analyst. Moreover, these people they are going to work more closely with customer client, although their responsibility less from the development side, but the business analyst understanding the business and helping the consulting team. So this profile will be there. So if you like this type of profile, maybe you can also try on this type of jobs. So I'm going to share today questions initially from EY, then after that Infosys, and as long as I will get more questions from different companies, I will also add in my interview series. Let's start. These questions from E and Y, these questions, and let's understand these questions. The first question, if you'll see, the question is, how do you pay only particular vendor invoice from F110? Again, it is not related to configuration. So here it is no one is expecting that you will tell the configuration steps related to every ZP. It is related to business process. So business process, when any business user is going to run the F110, that is related to automatic payment program. So here the requirement is how particularly, normally we know that when we will go for F110 or automatic payment program, so that time we used to cover bulk payment, bulk invoices we are going to add. But here requirement is how we are going to pay a particular vendor invoice, a particular document. So is there any option, or it is only for the bulk payment? So answer is yes, it is there. So in F110, we have one free selection tab is there. So if we'll go to the free selection tab, so in free selection tab, we can select a particular document, right? Suppose let's say you want to, normally the document types, any specific document type you want to add, or particular vendor you want to add, a particular business area we want to add. So that we can add here, right? So we can filter our documents like a particular document type, let's say KR we want to add, right? A particular business area we want to add. So that you will get. So for that, let's go to the SAP system, and this is F110 screen. And in F110, you have to maintain your parameters. Like here, one parameter is maintained. And right now we are talking about this screen, free selection. So if you go to the free selection, so in the free selection tab, here you have the option, although here I have not selected anything. So, but if you go to the free selection tab, so in this free selection tab, you whatever you want, those fields you can add here. Like if you just click here F4, then suppose you want to select a document, a particular supplier you want to add, so that you can select here, right? So as per your requirement, a particular business area or a particular document type, so that you can add here. So basically it is a filter, and if some requirement is there, a particular supplier invoice only we want to, although we are going to run it through AP110, but we will only include that particular vendor. So you may try. So answer, is it possible? Yes, answer is possible by using the free selection tab in our F110. So next time when you will practice, you try this one, adding a couple of invoices for a particular business area, and that you can add that one business area, select it, then go for execution, and let's see whether you are getting the result or not. So now coming to the next question. Next question is, what is the cash flow field in the GL Master? So particularly this one is related to ACC or SAP ERP. So what is the use of that particular field? It is related to master data. So cash flow field is going to determine the GL accounts for the cash flow. So it is going to determine the GL account is a cash flow account or just a reconciliation account, or it's a cash flow account. That means it is related to the transaction or it is related to reconciliation. So I think you can link this question. So that means when you are creating your bank accounts, so multiple GL accounts you are creating, so that time, let's say you have transaction related GL masters you are creating. So the reconciliation account, which is your main bank account that creating, is this account is not related to that. So when you are going to have transaction accounts like incoming, outgoing, there this field importance will be there. So the answer is it is related to, it is going to determine the GL account for your cash transaction. So both the questions are from E and Y, business analyst job for from E and Y. Next, coming to how many levels of there in the GL master, very easy question, right? So here we have two levels there in the job, sorry, two level of GL masters are there. So one is your chart of account segment and one is your company code segment. So chart of account segment and company code segment, and whatever the data we are going to add here. So this is related to SKA1, it is related to SKB1. Maybe you're thinking like this type of easy question will come in an interview. Again, I'm repeating, this is business analyst related job. It is not the development job. So this type of business related questions you will get more on business process, right? So the type description tab of your GL, type description tab of your GL, you will find under this segment, and your control and bank interest tab related informations that will be part of your company code segment. So SKA1 data related to chart of account, SKB1 data related to company code segment. So let's quickly have a look into our GL master. This one is related to chart of account segment, type description and table SKA1, and this two is related to SKB1 table data, or this is related to company code data. So answer is two labels. Now coming to next question. Again, this question also from ENY. So have you worked with above financial module? That means as a finance consultant or as a finance business user, what is your role or what is your interaction with the with your ABAPers? So here answer is maybe yes, I have worked on this particular above finance module. Particularly, I have executed a couple of programs. The next question, how you have executed program or which program you have executed. So if you go to SC38. So in AC38, you can add some programs. For example, I want to check migration point of view, pre-migration. So here it is coming some recently executed program from my end. Suppose I want to see this is a pre-migration check program, or this one is related to when we are adding new fields in our in our data structure or in our characteristics. So any program you can select here and we can execute. So answer is, have you used any program here as a above finance user? Yes, through transaction code AC8, and you can name some programs like which we have recently used. So this is also one question from business user point of view. Now coming to next question. These are very easy questions, but sometimes it is very difficult to answer, difficult to retrieve this type of questions. So don't think that only big companies will ask very high level questions, but of course these are not the configuration level questions. It is related to business analyst. Next, what is the table for Power document? So we know the document table whenever we are posting any document. So BKPF is header data, line item is BSEG, and your GL view is related to Faggle Flexa. If it is ECC and if it is S4, then AC docket table. Now understand this question. Like user is posting one document. User is not posting the document. User has not authorization for posting the document. User is just parking the document. So if user is parking the document, then which table is used here? So I will give the answer, but before answer, you may try this one or you can answer it in the comment section. So which table is it is used here for parking the table? So the answer is no update in your BSEC and AC docket table. So when any document will be posted or any document will be there in the not posted, sorry, not posted. If any document is parked, that means in FB50, instead of posting, we just park the document. Next, another authorized user is going to post the document by using a V50 transaction code. So till the time the document is there in the park statement status, which table is going to be updated? So answer is not BKPF and BSEC, sorry, BSEC and AC docket table or BSEC and Faggle Flexa. So the answer is which table? The answer is BKPF, header table. So if it is there in the park status, then BKPF. You can try. You can post one document, keep it in park mode, and check which table it is going to update. Next question. What is general ledger accounting? Again, this is also E and Y question. So I just sorted that E&Y questions. So what is general ledger accounting? So general ledger, this question is not related to a particular configuration. Again, this question is related to a business process related to the general ledger accounting. So you can say the general ledger accounting or GL accounts is used to provide external accounting or accounting related business transactions. Simply you can say this process is nothing but your R2 R business process, record to report. So everything, all your accounting settings, all your when you are maintaining your ledger related settings, your parallel ledgers, your parallel accounting, preparation of your FSV, then you have different transactions posting, trial balance. So all this will come under your GL process, and that is your general ledger accounting. So in fact, I can say that everything includes GL, because ultimately when you are posting any transaction with subledger, you have your customer invoice entries or customer collection, vendor invoice, supplier collection, payments, but ultimately it is also going to update in your reconciliation accounts, so your accounts receivable and payable, and accounts receivable payable is part of your GL. Customer vendor is part of subledger, but receivable payable or your recon accounts are part of GL. Asset, similarly, when you have asset related transactions, it is part of your subledger, but your APC accounts are recon accounts, so that is your part of your GL. So everything is part of GL in total. So that is why in month end, when we are going to prepare our reports, all your month end reports, everything is part of your GL. Okay, so coming to the next question. So in next slide, these questions are from I guess from Infosys, business process related questions from Infosys. And let's see. What is product costing? Product costing, if again, product costing, we know there are different type of cost calculations are there. Plant cost calculation with quantity structure, without quantity structure. Again, cost object controlling configurations are there. We have target cost calculation is there. Simultaneous cost calculation is there. But here it is not. They are not asking any specific product cost process. So no need to go into detail. If question is there, what is your actual cost, or what is a cost object controlling, in that case you can say, let's say we are going to calculate the cost with product cost object, that is our production order or a process order. This question is product costing the enterprise structure. So for that purpose, it is the question is there, or question is what is product costing. So the question is product costing for entire price structure. So you can say the product costing entire price structure is the total cost of product to manufacture a particular product or to render the service. So this includes everything. So this includes identifying various type of cost associated related to product. So you can say this includes my material cost. Again, material cost can be classified into different type of material. So here we can include like our raw material, we can include our semi-finished stock, we can include our your packing material, spare. So this type of all material cost is related to part of your cost of production. So that's why I said that cost related to for a particular product or service. Then what else we have? So only with material we are not going to manufacture the cost. Let's quickly check one particular product. Now you can see this is one cost of a particular product, and here you can see whether it is plant cost or whether it is actual cost. So in every aspect you can see here different components are there. So all type of material costs are there, all activity related costs are also there, right? So everything, all operation cost, your overhead, so everything is part of your cost of production. So this is plant cost. Here you can see the components. If I will go to the actual cost, here also you can see different type of components are there. So in total we can say the cost associated with the manufacturing of a particular product or services, everything will be part of your cost of production calculation. So in calculation, different components are there. Although we are getting these values once we will integrate multiple modules with each other, and when we are going to have a detailed cost calculation. But right now, as it is, as I said, it is business process related question. So interviewer is asking what is product costing. So in product costing, no need to tell all the process, which is routing, bill of material, like how you have calculated the overhead. So no need to tell all these things. Simply you can say the cost which is related to our material, which is related to all our operation or activity for conversion of the material, and also the overheads. So everything is related to your cost of production. So your direct and indirect cost, because anyway indirect cost you are also allocating, and in month end you are going to add those also in our cost of production calculation. So everything is part of your cost of production calculation. Next question, asset accounting end-to-end process, how it is through purchase order. We know that we can purchase the asset through F-90. Again, this is also Infosys question. So this one, if you want to see in detail, I already have one video. I will give that in the description as well as in the I button. If you are going to purchase the asset through purchase order, that means here we are going to have a purchase order. First, asset master should be there, then purchase order, then there will be a GR. Again, with reference to GR, whether you are going to have the accounting document or you don't have accounting document, it depends on what type of GR you have, whether it is valuated or whether it is non-valuated, then it will be there. So if it is valuated GR, so with reference to GR, you are going to have the accounting document. If it is non-valuated GR, then you will have the accounting document with reference to invoice. So I'm not showing here anything. I will recommend, if you want to see the detail, then check that particular video. You will get more clarity on this particular question. So the answer related to this question, what is the process, end-to-end process? So you should have the master record, you should have the supplier, purchase order need to be created, then GR, then invoice. So that is your end-to-end process. And for this, if the question is what are the integrations are required, of course FI integration should be there. You should have your asset configuration, right? And then only you will get it. So quickly, I'm just showing here the document. See, this is one end-to-end process related to asset procurement through purchase order. Because here you can see here I created one purchase order. This is my PO for asset. Then I have asset transaction. Then I have accounting document that is related to FIMM integration. Plus I have here parallel accounting configured. So that's why you can see two account asset documents are there. I know this is asset document and this is also one asset document, right? And this is my invoice. So here I have used non-valuated GR. So with reference to GR, there is no accounting document, but with reference to invoice, the accounting document is there. So quickly, let's check these documents. So first document I'm going to check here, that is our purchase order. This is our purchase order, and here I'm going to procure this particular asset. And here, just for your reference, you can see it is non-valuated GR. Then PO, then after that, we will receive this particular asset. So that is your GR document, but with GR document, there is no accounting document. So this is our GR document, right? And if you check FI document, so there is no FI document here because it is non-valuated GR. Then next, with reference to that, we have other documents are there. And finally, let me show you the asset document. So that is our first, let me show you the vendor invoice. So this is your vendor invoice. And here we raise the invoice for asset. And this is my logistic vendor invoice or logistic invoice. And this is my finally asset document. Okay, so this one is our operation document. This one is our operation document, and this is asset document, because here again asset subledger and GL reconciliation process is there. But although in interview they are not asking this question, but just for your reference, so this is our operation document and this is our ledger reconciliation document, and this is my leading ledger entry. And similarly also I have configured non-leading ledger, so that's why I have non-leading ledger entries are also there. Okay, so non-leading ledger entries are there with reference to leading ledger as well as non-leading ledgers. So in this way, basically here interviewer is asking that different, like how you are confident with the business process so that when you will interact with your customer, so you can receive the customer's business process and you can actually identify what the problem they have and what the solutions you have. You are not going to configure in anything system, because for that you have developers are there. So this profile is basically the senior people who are already like they're in senior position, they are going to interact with customer a lot, pre-sales team. For them this type of profiles or this type of knowledge is required so that you can convince your customer on different business process. Coming to the next question, here I missed one question, that is what is COFIMM integration? So basically it is related to integration. So COFIMM integration refers to the integration between financial accounting, controlling, and your material management. And these are three different modules in SAP. And what is the purpose of this integration? So that when we are going to flow the data from one module, then automatically it will be there in other module. For example, if you are going to post some transactions in the logistic, then automatically we are going to have the data flow in controlling as well as for finance. This one is basically helpful for the business process, your cost of production calculation, and your inventory valuation, which is your material ledger. So for example, if you are going to do some auto transactions, so for example, let's say there is a material consumption is there, right? So that time we have seen the accounting, maybe I close it. Let me go to once again. Now you can see here some cost conjunctions are there, but no one has posted this document in controlling. In fact, this is the PP screen. This is production order. So in PP, when we are going to confirm our operation and we are going to consume a material, so this activity we are going to do in the logistic. So that is why once we are going to confirm these activities or we are going to do this activity, so automatically we have the finance data and as well as we have the CO information. Now this is, if I will go more detail about this one, now you can see this is a CO activity. So this is my CO, right? So this is my CO. It is not finance data. This is my controlling data. And if I want more details about this one, then I can see the finance information as well. If I will go to the file, so from one document I can see, you can see here I can have finance informations, I have my controlling informations, inventory valuation information. So this is the benefit of having the integration between multiple modules, because when your client, you are going to pitch any client or you are going to interact with your customer, so that time they should be fully convinced why they should go will or they will go for investment. So you can't say that this having an integration functionality. Obviously next question will be that how this integration is going to work. So if you are going to perform this activity, then what, how it is going to impact in finance, or how it is going to in controlling. So if you are going to explain all this, of course you are going to prepare some documents to for your client PPT presentation, and also it will be there. But in interview point of view, like this type of questions will be there. They just want to see your business process knowledge. Okay, and sometimes what happen, like even if it is a development role, so the client round will be there. So that time the client, like business side point of view, they want to see how your customer interaction, how you are good in customer interaction. So that time this type of questions will be there. So you can, so you can see here in the total like number of questions what I explained so far, nowhere we focus more on the configuration or the development part. So this is more related to business process. Okay, so this is why we need the FIMM integration, so that it is going to impact in our any particular business process. So this example I took here, cost of production. Similarly, when you are going to purchase anything, let's say price difference is there. So all this activity will be there in the logistic, but of course we have the impact in your material ledger as well as in finance. So you need to try these configurations in your system, and then you can see how this business process is flowing, so that you will get more confident on that particular business process. This is Infosys questions. Now coming to the next question, what will happen if you won't maintain your account modifier? So account modifier, if we are not going to maintain, right? So in that case, what will happen? So if you are not going to maintain account modifier, but before that we should know why we are going to maintain the account modifier. So account modifier is used, or account modifier is used to difference between your different type of transactions in your financial reporting. So if it is not maintained, then it can lead to incorrect financial statements, or accounting errors will be there. So for example, if a company has multiple revenue streams, they have multiple sources of revenue, and you are not maintaining the account modifier, so that can lead to revenue from different strings being reported together, and incorrect financial statements will be there, or in P&L it will be grouped together. So that means we don't have a detailed informations. So that is why, similarly, if you're not maintaining account modifier for your expenditure, that can lead to expense for your reporting, for your budgeting. So it is good to have this account modifier in your integration as well. Then next question is, what is the condition record? So condition record, when it is part of your SD people, they used to create the condition record. But when we are going to have a pricing procedure, in pricing procedure, when we are going to maintain different values, for again to understand this one, we have to go to a particular sales order. Let's quickly check one sales order. Now in this sales order, you can see different components are there, and when user is going to sell or user is going to create any sales order, you can see automatically in the sale in the backend or in the condition, so many informations automatically it's flowing. So how we got this information? It depends again the configuration, like your pricing procedure and multiple condition types, and against condition type, the condition record should be there. So what was the question? I forgot. So the question was, what is the use of condition record? So for every condition type which is there in your pricing procedure, so we have to create the condition record. So once the condition record will be there, for example, what is the selling price for the customer? Now selling price here I maintain 800 for this customer. So if you are selling three items, then selling price should be 2400. If you are going to give some discounts, so that should automatically come. To every customer, we are not going to give the discount. If you are going to select this customer with a combination of the product, then automatically, because none of the entries will be entered by the user, this will auto flow as per your configuration and as per your condition record. So it is mandatory to have these condition records if you want a automatic process in the price in sales order, because whatever it will be there in the sales order, same is going to flow in our price in our sales invoice as well. So this condition record should be there for auto flow the values in our sales order as well as in the billing documents. Next question. What is KOFI and KOFK? It's not seven, it is and I guess. So KOFI, when you are going to maintain your VKOA settings, FISD integration. So that time we are going to have, like when we are going to have a sales invoice. So that time we want to take the values, finance point of view, accounting entry, plus it should be there in the profitability segment as well. So coming to this, this is one like we processed one sales invoice, of course, sales order, then delivery, then invoice. And with reference to sales invoice, you can see one accounting document is there. This is my FI report. As a result of FISD, I got it 36,000 INR credit. It is result of your external reporting. That means this value we will take into our income statement as a revenue. Also, if you are working on cost object or if you are working on profitability segment, so in that case, same amount you can see 36,000 should be there in my profitability report as well. You can check the date. So it is on 6th May, and this one is also on 6th May. So that means we want two outputs are there. One is required for your external reporting, which is this one. This will be go to your trial balance. Then from trial balance, it is going to your income statement as a part of revenue. Similarly, this will be your profitability analysis. This is also profitability report, but here it is internal reporting. That means it is your internal profitability report. So if you are going to only maintain FI in SD integration, your output will be this. If you are going to maintain both FI, SD, CO and SD integration, then your output will be this. So we want both. So that is why both integrations are required. And answer to this question, what is KOFI? Means it is FI SD integration. What is KOFK? It is your SD integration. So both integration should be there. Here I have just randomly picked one item that is related to sales, but not only sales, every item which is coming from SD, it may be a cost of sales, it may be any sales reduction. So everything is coming from SD, and for that we need to have all the integration should be there. So answer to this, for both FISD integration as well as USD integration, we need to have KOFI and KOFK. So I hope you would like this type of questions, which is more related to business rather than configuration. All these questions, initial questions was from Ian Weiss. Second questions, second PPT questions from Infosys. I will continue some more questions related to business process. Sometimes these type of jobs are also you are going to get good package, particularly if you are in senior profile and you don't want to do into development, you want to go into development, and or let's say you are getting this type of roles, you may try this type of job profiles also. And for that, instead of configuration or development, you can focus on the business process as well. Any comments, feel free to add in the comments, or any suggestions, anything from your end, feel free to add in our comments, or you can mail me. Hope you like this particular video. Thank you very much.